Yeah, we're going. Hey, welcome to the Resthaven Cemetery, Richland, Washington. Small, old cemetery. It predates Hanford. This is before the 1940s, and then I noticed newer tombstones as well. We're here to visit the site, or see if we can find the site of a burial, kind of a mass burial, I think. As I walk around and take some pictures, I'll let my friend Kendra, who has a YouTube channel, and she can tell you the specifics. And when we come back, we'll have a laugh. Kendra has a great YouTube channel. She shoots a lot of Fuji film recipes and lives in the Bay Area, has a great voice. So I asked her to narrate a little piece for me because I love the sound of her voice. So thank you, Kendra. I don't have the dogs with me today because well, to be honest, I'm afraid Benny will pee on somebody's tombstone. Just doesn't seem right. Let's do some photography, listen to a little story, see what we make out of it. Thanks for coming.
Resthaven Cemetery is the oldest cemetery in Richland. Founded shortly after the city of Richland in 1909 by the local Oddfellows Lodge, Resthaven Cemetery is one of the few still functioning institutions from Richland's pre-war era. Many of early Richland's settlers are buried in the cemetery. It contains the remains of individuals who were major figures in the community's history.
We found the old part. These are all 1950s. And older. So I think this is the original part of the cemetery. Yeah. 52. These are the Richland pioneers.
These early residents could have never imagined the profound and lasting change the Manhattan Project would bring to their community, nor that the remains of Oregon inmates, whose bodies provided crucial information to atomic scientists, would come to rest among them.
See, all these people that were here that died, like in 1938, they didn't see Hanford come here. They would have no idea that all their relatives would get kicked out of here. Yeah, this one right here. Is that not sweet? That is a really great looking tombstone.
During the Cold War, the Oregon Bureau of Prisons donated the remains of 115 inmates to the Atomic Energy Commission. All of these people died prior to the first atomic weapons test in 1945. Scientists studied the remains to understand how nuclear detonations impacted the radiation in the environment and how humans processed this atmospheric radiation. They carefully measured radiographic markers in human teeth, which allowed them to develop a baseline for the naturally occurring radiation prior to the creation of atomic weaponry. This ultimately enabled future scientists to see how their activities increased radiation levels in the environment. The cremated remains of these individuals remained in the permanent collection of the Patel National Laboratory for 39 years after completion of the study. A special committee composed of scientists, faith leaders, and attorneys met in the 1990s to determine how to best honor these individuals. In 2004, the committee decided to reinter the cremated remains of these individuals with honor at Resthaven Cemetery. Each person now rests in an individual gravesite with an individual headstone so that they can be visited by their family members and descendants.
All right, well, that was fun. Hey, I don't see it, but I know that buried here are the remains of those who, with no choice of their own, had the remains pulled and messed with and tested, and then later, when people came to their senses, they decided they needed to build a memorial for somebody who died 70 years prior. They took them from a prison graveyard. They dug them up and studied them. No permission granted. It's an odd little story. Anyway, that's the Resthaven Cemetery story. There's a lot of weird stuff that went on here in the 60s for testing of radiation, and that's just a little tip of the iceberg of some of the nonsense that they pulled off. So we'll do another episode about that sometime.